right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 764 on this beautiful, Monday evening?
Yes.
A windless, stormless meaning?
Yeah, a beautiful day, actually.
It was nice. Yep, guys, we survived the hurricane of 2023, Southern Californian style. To be honest with you, it was not that bad. It depends what part of Southern California you were in.
That is true.
Because the east of us, they had some mudslides. They got all kinds of stuff that was happening. It's pretty awful. But luckily where we were at, it wasn't so bad. We did get a lot of wind about 10 o'clock last night. And we got warned so many times about power outages, service, and communication.
Don't leave,
all this stuff. Like, I mean, the only thing I was worried about, really, honestly, is I'm like, if we have power outage at 10 o'clock at night when we were supposed to do our evening espresso, and in the morning I wasn't sure if they would have the power up again or the communication. I didn't know what we were looking at.
Right.
So I was like, I'll just call it, and then we'll just figure it out the next day. But luckily, in our neighborhood, only three or four down trees.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. But as far as our house, we did a lot of preparing so that way our garage wouldn't get full of water. So we actually, what was it, like all those what do they call them, what were they calling those things? We had them all winter. Atmospheric rivers. We had so many atmospheric rivers that we got used to it, and you know, where it's a lot, so we were really prepared. But we were fine, and thank you everybody that was concerned. We stayed home, not because it was so bad that we can't handle rain, but if you're ever driven in Southern California on a road
in the rain, people
lose their minds. They literally do not know how to drive. They freak the heck out. It's like they've never seen it. Dude, I swear, in Southern California, we are so rain adverse that you think that UFOs were landing every time the rain hits. It's like, it's a watch. It's a whole thing. So I just stay home. I'm like, they can crash into each other. I'm not going to get into it, but so everything was great. And if you're brand new and you're like, this is the first one, I'm getting told about storm watches and tropical storm, I just felt like I got to tell you guys what happened, because it wasn't our normal thing the last 24 hours, but we're all good. My name's Andy. I'm the guy that runs the KonaButterflyz, keeps his eye steadily on the radar, Doppler, looking for all new storms. None coming this way. But you're not here for my storm watch. You know, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7. She's got her hand and her thumb and her finger steadily on what you need to have so you can get a pass notice.
Yes.
Because you know why?
Why? Oh, because it's a hot past summer.
The timing is still a little hot, but we got it. We're going to get there.
Excuse me.
And also, Brandy has had a hard time breathing. That was the other reason.
Yeah. There's that.
To be honest with you, the pressure has been so much. When you have these storms, Brandy's asthma is really bad, so she's been a little short of breath lately. So dealing with that. So thank you for giving her the day a little bit to get some asthma treatments and being able to get some breathing going on. Yeah. But we're gonna have this without further ado tonight. Yes. We're in luck.
Yes.
We got the Kona Catchphrase, and if you're brand new, this is a great, fun way we teach this. We treat this with a game that we call Kona Catchphrase. It's an observational game that we teach you those test-taking techniques. We give you a strategy in which to read these exam questions so that way you can get a pass notice. Guys, we're all about the pass notice over here. Nothing less and nothing more. That's really the strategy in which we apply this stuff. We teach you some content, but we also show you how to read these exam questions. Unlike other study preps, guys, listen, if it was all about reading an LEM book 50 times over, or I had you write it over or read this LEM like 3 times, go test this one, and if you pass it, then you get a pass notice on the real exam. Guys, that's not the case. No Q bank out there is exactly like the exam. I don't care what it is. Even if it's the FINRA practice exam, it is not anything like the real exam ever.
No.
And just knowing the content by just memorizing everything and thinking you can just vomit it out on the exam and then be able to get a pass notice is not the way to think about it either.
Correct.
It's really about learning how to read these questions. And most of the time, you can answer these questions with just surface knowledge, just plain old common sense. And when you try to apply the content, that's when you get confused.
Yes.
That's when you get bobbled up. That's when you get like lost, because you're like trying to force something that's not there. They're trying to fool you guys. I don't know if you know this, but they really do try to trick you.
Yes.
So, and if you've taken this exam before and you're like, dude, I know, because I literally sat down and I was like, excuse me, sir, ma'am, there seems to be a mistake here. I studied the SIE, but clearly I have someone's Series 7. I don't even know if this is securities.
I don't even.
I feel like this is a fireman's exam. I feel like you guys are going to ask me how to get in a burning building. That's how different this feels right now.
Yes.
And so we want you to eliminate that, not get intimidated, and be able to go in there feeling confident, feeling competent, and ready to strut out there like George Jefferson with that pass notice. So if you really want to get into all of our paid program, we have our own online on-demand courses, videos, audios. We just dropped a brand new 21-day plan for the SIE. If you haven't downloaded it yet, I would. It's in the SIE course on Patreon. All you got to do is just open that PDF in your digital device and just click on anything that's underlined.
Yeah.
For all the folks that don't know how links work, you just click on it. It moves you right to the videos you need to watch. We made some videos that are a lot smaller, so that way if you got like 10 minutes to go, you can watch a 10-minute video on a certain topic.
Heck yeah.
Or 15. Or maybe you're going back to study, you can go look at that 15-minute video instead of searching through hours or sitting through another boot camp or sitting through another review that's like 80 hours long over a weekend. Guys, we don't do those reviews. That's crazy. We want you to have your hustle on. We want you to get your business going. We want you to go to your job. We want you to make money, because nothing is more distracting to your study than an eviction notice. You know, you all feel me?
Yeah.
If you ain't making bills, it's hard to study. So we need you to be studying and we need you to be working. So that's why we have our program set up the way it is. So that way you can get those courses when you need it, early in the morning, late at night, when there's no husband to distract you or wife, right? The kids are finally asleep, right? You gave them the right amount of Benadryl, and you can finally study, right? I know there's some parents that are laughing, but at the same time, like, for real.
Yeah.
Study guide, SIE 6 and 63, $20 each. They're ebooks, and you can print them out. Orientation replay explains everything that we do. Scan the QR code, hit the link in the chat, 866 Hey Kona. That's where you find me at. But Brandy's over on the Kona community, the Discord. That is free to join. You can message her direct over there. We also have a Telegram. You can hit me up. We got live session reminders happening tomorrow. We are going to study tomorrow in the cover in the SIE, our beloved topic, the most loved of all, options.
That's right.
We're going to cover options. Oh, there is no topic that is loved more.
We love options.
We are going to cover that tomorrow. And more importantly, Brandy is going to zero in on what you need to concern yourself when it comes to the topic. Also read those questions, how to apply those techniques to those, and answer your questions as we always do. All members have access to every live session. That fun starts at 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. in the East. Also, I know I said Hawaii. Don't forget my Hawaiian brothers and sisters. Pray for them, guys. It's still not over for them. They're still struggling. So do what you can to help out. Series 26, 9 a.m. in Hawaii, 12 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. in the East. We got live techniques. So Brandy's going to open up a quiz, or she's got a quiz already ready, and she's going to do this on function 3, which is the fun function.
Yeah, it is. It's
not
all
the
the numbers.
Function.
No.
But it'll definitely have you going, funk you, yeah.
that legit.
Yeah, that was rated G version.
Yes, I like that.
But anyways, function 3 tomorrow. Catch it, live techniques. By the way, Series 6 and 63, we will be making up those sessions that we didn't do today on Thursday and Friday. So be sure to be there. Those will be recorded and distributed later that day.
Yes.
All right. Ready to get after this?
Let's do it.
All right. It's time for the Kona Catchphrase. Without further ado, let's get into it. Brandy has searched, scoured, and put together some questions. We're going to put them up on the screen. I'm going to read the answers first. Always answers first. Why? Why do we read answers first? Because it gives us a way to read the question with intent. We stop reading over and over. If you are a 1, twice, 3 times, quadruple time reader of a question, Guys, this is the way to do it. Read the answers first. It'll help you zero in on when you read the question. You're just confirming what you thought was the answer when you read those answers. That'll make sense to you when we get going on this. But tonight we're going to play a game where we observe what's going on in the questions and the answers as I read them. And you're going to put in the chat what you think are the key words to getting it right. I don't want to see C's the answer, D's the answer. I don't know why I sound like Shaq all of a sudden. A. Just going to put A. No, I want to know the patterns. I see opposites. I see keywords like part of the Mona system, right? The Mona.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see stuff that like, hey, that's similar to A is similar to D. So we can eliminate those two. All that kind of different stuff that we look at. And then we're going to read the question and see if we see any keywords that zero it in. And then there we go. It's a way to sharpen our observational skills so that we can really, really not get lost when we take these exams.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That was easy on you today.
Thank you, Olga. Olga loves the new plan, by the way.
Yes.
And Jonna, thank you also. You hit me up over the weekend to tell me how awesome it is that I braved the outages and put up the plan for you.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
D, being the defendant in a trial for a felony charge of credit card fraud. A, misdemeanor driving under the influence conviction, right?
Mm-hmm.
B, a written customer complaint alleging forgery. A, misdemeanor conviction for lying under oath. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be something about being eligible to get the license, a disqualification.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, misdemeanor, conviction, misdemeanor.
Things that make you not get a license. I like that.
Being the defendant of a trial.
Ooh, there you go. Okay.
Hey, guys, I'm going to say this. Being the defendant in a trial for a felony charge of credit card fraud, does that mean you were convicted or you did anything wrong?
No. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean you did.
No, it just means you got arrested. You went to court for it, but doesn't necessarily there's no results there.
It just means you're suspected.
I don't know what that means.
Right.
So and then we got convictions there. Yes. We got 2 convictions.
All right.
And then there's one that's different. One's that just alleging.
Right.
You didn't even go to court for that. Someone just said, you did it.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Which of the following would subject a person to statutory disqualification? Which of the following would subject a person to statutory disqualification? Well, if you've been on here, I will say there's one way to get these answers, but what is in the question that really we need to hone in on? What 2 words? I see like 2 words, right?
Yeah.
1 or 2 words that we really want to pay attention to. Conviction. Well, that's in the answers.
That is in the answer.
But what in the question?
Oath. Lying. There we go.
Yes. Statutory disqualifications for sure.
So I think I saw it. So which one would be? Well, I was
going to say A and C.
Yeah.
When you have opposites, guys, of 2 answers that are opposite, 90% of the time, it's going to be one of the 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why we can eliminate B and C.
Yeah. Oops. That one. Yeah, and then everybody's saying it exactly, guys. Lying under oath is way worse than driving under the influence.
You're a liar.
In securities world.
In securities world, that's big.
Yes, I mean both of them are bad. Don't get me wrong, guys. Both of them are bad. But what's going to stop you from getting a securities license? Lying under oath. Convicted.
I mean, are you a bad person because you drove under the influence? Yeah, that's bad.
Well, you made a bad choice.
But lying
under oath, that
means
that's fraud.
Yeah, it's fraud. Yeah. Fraudulent.
Yeah, fraud. You committed fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
See how we're doing this, guys? All right. D, report the transactions to the SEC. C, freeze the account. B, file a suspicious activity report. A, file a currency transaction report. CTR, SAR, freeze the account.
2 reports.
And 3 reports.
Oh, this is an action. report the transactions. And this is a thing. Sorry. I was going by, I didn't even notice. Guys, I was telling somebody earlier today, I was like, most of the time when I pull these questions, guys, I don't even really know the details of what's happening until we're here.
Acronym and D.
That's right. SEC.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So what do we get from this? Freeze the account is an action, right? They're doing it. No?
That is an action, yeah.
And then report the transactions, file a currency I mean, 3. I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna be real with you. I got it down to file, report. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? These are the ones that are opposite. I really, after that, I didn't even pay attention to the other 2.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
Well, they're very similar. See how file and report are similar in answers? Look, if you haven't even studied at all, just look at the sentence structure.
Right.
They both start with file. They both end with report. Yes, that's exactly what we're looking at. You're like, no, is that all they're looking at? Yes. That's what we're looking at.
Literally that surface.
But we haven't even seen the question. No, that's it.
I know.
So let's look at the question. Which of these actions would a firm need to take if one of its customers made 3 cash deposits in 1 week, each on a different day of $9,900 to $10,000? 3 cash reports. I mean, this one screams out to me, but what are you guys looking at? S.
Ooh, that's right. It is. Okay, first of all, you guys are not.
They're not catching the keywords.
You're not catching the keywords. Why are you guys picking B? That's what we want to see. This is
where it's broken.
This is where you guys got to focus on the question part, because a lot of us, right? So you got to focus on what's making you pick B over A. 3 cash deposits 1 week, different day. Exactly. Because you made 3 different deposits in 1 week on a different day. Yes, guys, that's super sus. That's super, super sus. Now, the reason why it's not A is because that has to happen. That has to be more than 10,000 in a 24-hour period. Notice this happened on 3 different days, less than $10,000. So yes, guys, that's super sus. Good catch.
Yes. See, that's what we want to catch in the question. Why was it suspicious? Yes. That's where you read the question and you got to confirm it. Now, I know that some people would have got caught up in the fact that currency transaction, you're like, oh, there's currency and there's transactions. That must be a CTR. Right. You don't, that's not it.
Yeah, you have to slow it down and go, wait a minute. Yes, that is currency, but it's weird. Why didn't you just come in on the 3rd day with 30 grand? Why?
Because I would have got caught with a CTR report.
Right. So they were not trying to, they were trying not to get a CTR. So now their activity has become suspicious.
These are the fail safes that are in place.
Right on.
This is the fail safes that people do so they can launder money.
Great job, Olga, with the structuring. That is exactly what it's called.
Right. D, margin rate. C, discount rate. D, prime rate. A, broker call rate. I think we can eliminate all rates.
I was going to say.
We all know it's going to be rates.
I think that's pretty much.
So now what do we got? Now what are we looking at? I would look for patterns. That's what I would look for. I would look for similarities. Any of these answers similar to each other? Any of these answers opposite of each other?
Ooh, there you go. Prime, trustworthy. Because I always think of prime like prime rib.
I always think of prime and discount as opposites.
So I always, that discount from the source. I always want to know, like, why is prime rib so good? Like, it's bread and it's got like fat all around it.
Because if you cook it right and that fat renders into that meat, it's very juicy. It's very good. It's delicious.
It's very juicy. All right, let's go. You guys are great on the associations. I love the associations.
You're vegan. You won't get the carnivore. The margin rate that broker dealers charge on a customer's margin account is typically set relative to the rate called the. Remember, we're not doing answers here. Where you want to look for the key words, guys. Key words.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Broker dealers. That's right.
Yes, because guys, look at what we wrote here. I haven't heard of margin rates. And even though it's talking about the margin accounts, broker dealers, and it's wait, look at this stupid question. Sorry. This is a Solomon question too, which I happen to love, but oh my gosh, the margin rate that the broker dealers charge on customers. It's broker dealer. I'm just like, I didn't even read that when I pulled this question. Didn't even read that.
You're all broker.
I literally went like this, much like what the people did in the chat. Not heard of, from the source, trustworthy, brokers, broker dealers, clicked on it. It was the answer. Literally, guys, that's how I did it. And you're right. Perfect. Who is charging? It's either who is charging or charging who. That's usually the name of the game. The name of the
charging and who they charge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much life, by the way.
Yeah.
Who charged me?
That was good. That was good because I didn't even.
I gotta pay.
I didn't even read the question. All right, ready?
I would say, who do we make the check out to? But I lost like everybody under the age of 40. They're like, what are checks?
What's a check? Who still writes checks?
Who writes checks? All right. D, redeemed. C, retired. B, securitized.
Let's just do this. Let's just help everybody out here.
A, defeased. Not deceased. Defeased. Yeah, Diana's lost on defeased too.
Nobody knows. Well, wait, defeased.
I know that we've discussed this before, but yeah.
You know, you like retired, tired, redeemed, familiar. You know what I think of every time I see defeased? You know what I always think of? I always think of defuse a bomb. I don't know why. That's what I think of. I defuse a bomb. It's really weird writing in lowercase. My handwriting's doing something very strange.
Yeah, what's going on?
I have
Is
no
it the lack of oxygen?
It must be.
What's your oxygen level at? The O2 levels are low?
Feasible. I didn't even think about feasible.
Cashing in.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's just look at the question.
When enough funds from the new refunding bonds are put into escrow to pay off old debt, the old bonds, refunded bonds, are said to be... This is where you guys got to kind of like, figure this out. Let's not put answers. Let's put, what are the keywords? Refunded bonds, cashed in, redeemed, new refunding are put into... Brandy's not moving.
No, I know, because I'm looking at the question.
Escrow,
and
old bonds,
we are talking about the old bonds.
Refunding bonds, new bonds.
And they are, hold on, and they are refunded.
It's just lighting up. People are like trying to
I know. Out. So they are, so that's it. The old bonds are already refunded. So what are they? Defeased.
Defeased.
Because it's a weird word. I don't know. They're diffused. See, again, I'm gonna go
They're
back.
Not really retired.
They're not retired.
They're not they're not taking a pension.
They're not taking a pension. They're not working anymore.
They're not securitized.
I don't even know what securitized means. Redeemed is mutual funds, right? But when I saw old bonds are the bonds that have been refunded, they're diffused. I just go with it, guys. It's not on the test.
But it's a great, you know what though, that might be, and you want to write that down, just go like diffused. It's just the bomb, diffused, deceased.
Yeah, they're like they're a bomb that has no power anymore.
A paperweight.
I'll skip that question. And I only say this, guys, because I haven't seen that word in the FINRA outline, so I don't know, but
and we don't know it's exactly on the exam, so it's a good word to like explore.
Yeah, I would just I would relate it,
but I would move on
to diffused.
Speaking of moving on, next question. D, market orders. C, stop orders. B, none of the choices listed. A, limit orders. I like B.
Why?
Because it's different, and it's just saying none, and it's very what do I want to say?
None.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing.
Just like no, thank you. No more.
Is anybody?
Nobody wants to say anything else.
Yeah.
Limit, orders.
Yeah. Let's just go. Let's read the question.
Which of the following types of orders guarantee a specific execution price? Which are the type of orders? Specific. What are the keywords, Brandy?
Well, I'm just going to go with guarantee, and we can't.
We can't guarantee.
Literally, guys, that's what I did.
That's the keyword. So for those who were playing the game, guarantee is what you needed to look for, and that's what stopped you from putting all the other answers that everybody else was putting.
Yeah. Guys, you can't guarantee an execution price. You can't. Never. That's right. Never.
But if you're playing the Andy game, I got it right just because it's different.
Because I just
and it says none. Guaranteed, none. All right. D is the same as the coupon rate. C is the rate of an investor earns if she purchases a bond and holds it to a maturity. B is the rate an investor earns if she purchases a bond and holds it for a year. A is the percentage of par value a bond investor earns annually. Yes, B and C are ops.
Okay, can I say something? I just totally realized B and C are opposite, right? But and
I usually say 90% of the time those are one of the answers.
Absolutely. And if you know content, A and D are the same. But that you took that one needed content to kind of know that. So because those are the same, I can cross off A and D. So we still get to the fact that the answer is B or C. Boom.
See how that is, guys?
Now, there's two words or one word in each of those statements that will make the answer the right answer. Did I say that right? Like one of those words in each of those statements.
Well, they're saying year or maturity. That's the only difference between the two. Year,
maturity. Right. So all I'm going to do now is go into this very short question.
I see one thing, it says it's old or year or año or annual.
Yeah.
Or the many ways you can say year.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Could it be that word?
Current yield. What's that mean, guys? Current yield. Current. What's current mean? Now. Current is now.
Current is now. So is that maturity?
When you think of maturity, do you think of now? No, I do not. If someone says I'm a mature anything, I'm just saying.
That took a while to get there. Just kidding.
I'm just gonna say it took time for that fine wine to get.
It does, guys. It takes time to mature, so it's not going to be year. Therefore, current is year.
If someone says a mature lady, I'm not looking for the 19-year-old.
Correct.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Right.
Okay. That's
Leave it at that. Or the mature man.
Yes.
Definitely looking for over 50. All right. All right, everybody. I'm so glad that you all joined in. See how much fun you have when you take it out of context. Take it out of the study and you just apply some of the stuff and you observe. We answered some questions just based on the fact that one of them started with the word rate.
Yeah.
And the other and ended with another, a very similar word to the other answer. Guys, 90% of the time, that's the answer.
Yeah.
If you can get your answers down to a 50-50 shot, guess what? That is going to up your percentage of getting those answers right.
Yeah. And it helps you look at that question so much easier.
Yes. Even the last one, you don't even know what a current yield is. Current now, definitely not mature. I don't even know why it would be the other. Doesn't matter. I got it right. And that is what we're trying to teach you here. Look, this might not work 90% of the time, 80% of the time, 70%, 60%. Shoot, it might only work 20% of the time for you. But guess what? If you're scoring 50s and 60s on your simulateds or you just content only, add that 20 in there. Guess what you got? You got a pass notice and no one cares how the rest of it got there. You just walking out with a pass notice, strutting out like George Jefferson. And everybody wants to do that strut, right? And no one cares how you got it right.
That's true.
So moving on up with your pass notice. And that's all that matters. So with that, everybody, go get your own study session going on. Go apply these quizzes. Make sure to apply them. Learn these. Put them in your arsenal. It'll help you out. It'll get you to that next level. Tomorrow, we got live sessions for members. We will also be back. Same bat time, same bat channel for Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Some say they want to bring some tacos. Bring the taco neeks on. We'll be here. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice the Kona catchphrase in your next quiz. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Good night.